Hi, Sheila. I hope my video my sound is fixed so that you can hear me clearly. I had some problems with that earlier. I watched your video on something unexpected happened, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Um, I spent my entire career as a consultant, and interestingly enough, I only had an associate's degree. But I had all kinds of certifications, project management and agile and safe certifications and all these certifications that employers look for and they really wanted. And I went from contracting consulting work to consulting job to consulting job, never had any problem finding another job. And about 4 years ago, I guess I would be a little bit younger than you because I'm 69 now. Um, I had to uh, I had to give up my job to take care of some personal things at home. Basically, come home and take care of my wife for a while. She was very, very sick, and she needed full-time care, something that my son was unable to provide at the time, and so both of us pitched in. She's fine now, but Uh, after about a year, when I was home, I said, "Well, I think things are good, and I've got a good setup here at the house. Let me try and find another job." So I applied for many jobs that I had applied to in the past, and I heard virtually nothing, unless somebody contacted me, and I still had a lot of those phone calls where people would contact me and they'd say, "Hey, look at your resume. It's awesome looking. We'd like to talk to you." And so I'd get in an interview, and as soon as I'd get on a Zoom call, you could see that look on their face. They would be like, "Holy cow, I didn't realize this guy was that old. Oh my goodness." And so yeah, it's a shattering kind of feeling when you first get it, when you first feel it, because yeah, there's nothing about you that has changed, other than the fact that many things don't bother you like they used to. Um, in many of the recent consulting roles that I had, there would be all the usual, "Oh my God, we've got a release coming up, and I don't know that we're going to be ready," and everybody's gnashing their teeth and just, gnawing fingernails down to the snub. And I'm like, we'll make it or we won't. Let's see what we can do. We're not going to kill people to get there. You may want me to kill people to get there, but I'm not going to do that as a project manager or an agile leader, because people are the way you get things done. Without them, you're not going to get anything done. And many people didn't realize that they're out for the bottom line. So yes, I mean, some things changed about my attitude, but nothing about my skill levels. So it was a big kind of blow to the ego to have somebody just look at you and dismiss you, just just dismiss you based on how old you looked. And I understand in today's society, um, we have seen where perhaps some people, our previous president, maybe our current president for sure, have outlived their cognitive abilities to hold the job that they currently hold. I understand that, and that's fine. And if that was the problem, then maybe that would be something, to think about. The other thing that I think many, many hiring managers don't realize is that you get to a certain age and money is not the end all be all. Much of it has to do with work environment, the people that you work with, the relationships that you have at work, the conditions at work, how people treat you at work. And what they don't realize is it's very possible for them to get some real incredible experience at a fairly reasonable rate. And maybe even part time, because, at the time I would have considered part time work, but they're not interested. They want young people that they can direct, influence, manage, control, that kind of thing. And it's unfortunate. So I know exactly what you're going through and what you're feeling, and I can't spend a whole lot of time on this video because tonight is Monday night and it is my Dungeons and Dragons night with my son. Get online with a few of him, with him and a few of his friends, and we play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm playing an inventor this time. I usually play the cleric. I'm usually the guy healing up everybody after they get into crazy fights and end up getting themselves killed or almost killed. And so I'm playing something different this time, trying to get into the character. I'm having fun with it. It's just a little relaxation from the real world, which is a little crazy these days, as you probably noticed. So I would tell you, it may be time to just embrace the fact that, all right, maybe full-time employment in whatever you were doing is not the path forward. And what is the path forward? Now, for me, I have found great joy in getting involved in the local church. Lots of great programs. The food bank, food pantry is one that's just marvelous. I can't believe how many people we are serving in this day and age that need food, and we provide that, and many other ministry outreach programs just for people, just reaching out to people, not so much, the I got to convert a whole bunch of people to Christianity. That's not what I'm about. I'm about mostly the mission, which is serving others, right? So I would try and trying to lean into, okay, well, what are some of those things that I used to think about that I liked, but I never really pursued because I did my I did my first Bob Ross painting uh, and finished that, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I I did that. Um, I'm into photography, as you can see, some birdies in the background there that I did at a coffee shop. So I've been leaning into my photography. Uh, I would love to do some writing. And when I was younger, I did poetry. I did a lot of poetry, wrote a lot of poetry. In fact, at 17, was published in an anthology up north because I had a very good mentor who helped me with that. And if I hadn't joined the Navy at 17, I might have pursued that even further. But so I guess what I'm telling you is kind of lean into it and realize it's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with your skills. It's got nothing to do with your self-worth. It's got it's got everything to do with the way that people look at older people and the way people in hiring positions um, do not understand and do not value older workers. So don't uh, don't beat yourself up. Just lean into it, embrace it, see where it goes, see what kind of things that you can get involved in, and I'll tell you, something that I've mentioned in every video that I've been making. There was a big study done by Harvard. I'll get right to the point. The one thing that they discovered is that after thousands and thousands of surveys and interviews of all walks of life of people, money, no power, status, no status. It all came down to the people that were the happiest in their lives were the people with the best relationships, the deepest relationships from the heart. So look for that. Look for relationships that come from the heart, where you're connecting with people. Because I think a lot of people are looking for the connection with people nowadays because of all the AI and all the other stuff. And young people spend all their time on the phones. I don't even know that they know how to talk to people. So think about that. But don't let this bother you. Don't get don't get down on yourself because of this, because it's got nothing to do with you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.